Hey everybody, it's Nate Wenzel with Lunch Break with Nate here. Sorry we're starting a little bit late today, but we were having some technical difficulty I was trying to figure out. Welcome back. In the future, we're going to be doing a little bit more of this. Going forward, we're going to be doing this more on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, with also my at-home happy hour series, which is going to be every Thursday evening. Last week we did it at 7 o'clock, had a lot of great views on it. And it's really just going over kind of the home buying process from start to finish. We have a lot of good panel people on there, and just kind of going over what it takes to purchase a house in today's environment and some of the tricks of the trade to get there. So we also do have I will be doing the lunch break with mate stuff on so essentially we'll be doing that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So definitely tune in for that stuff still. We're going to try to keep this a little bit more topic based going forward, so that we are going to have kind of today. I feel like I'll talk about a little bit how we start the buying process when I first sit down with people, kind of how that goes, and then we'll kind of move into different topics about the real estate process, whether it's from a listing standpoint or from a buying standpoint. We're going to try to keep this a little bit more focused. That way we can kind of keep these videos a little bit long, a little bit shorter. And then we'll do some of the guest stuff. We'll probably keep that on to maybe a Friday afternoon thing. And then we are going to be doing a series coming up as well, specifically designed for people who are potentially downsizing. So that's going to be really exciting. We're going to have a series of people that I'm going to work with to bring on our show and have its own like kind of playlist and what you can do from a real estate standpoint, from a health insurance standpoint, from a accounting standpoint, and then everything in between. So that way you kind of have an idea of how you're transitioning into that next phase of your life. So I figured that would be a helpful series, and specifically for real estate related situations. Obviously, your home is one of your biggest assets, and what does that look like as you downsize? So we're going to be talking a lot about that stuff as we move forward. Today, I really wanted just to go through kind of just a quick breakdown of what we currently have on the market. So 67, good, solid number we've had over the last 24 hours. And as we do it every day, we'll have just information about the properties that are going on the market. So we have a couple in Brighton that have come up, 4 or 5 more in Greece. Farmington, we have our always reliable new builds over there, so definitely call me on those. We've got 3 new ones in Chilai, couple in Canandaigua, and few in Irondequoit, Ogden, Pittsford. We have 3 or 4 in Pittsford here, and the city's got several rentals, commercial properties, lots. So a lot of great, just a lot of great stuff that's kind of still going on. We are anticipating very soon we'll have kind of more guidance on our phase 2 reopen for the real estate industry. What does that mean? How are we going to be approaching that industry wide? And we're still waiting for guidance on that from the board. But we have submitted our own kind of takes on that, and we'll be kind of implementing that stuff into how we do business moving forward in this environment. So trying to keep it healthy, trying to make sure we have the right kind of lineup so that we're again making sure everybody's healthy and comfortable. How to enter properties, when not to enter properties. It's all case by case basis. So. But real quick, I wanted just to kind of go over what you can expect from me when we first sit down. This goes across the board from sellers and buyers. So one thing I like to do, especially this day and age, is go over meetings. So I always think set up a meeting for us to actually sit down and go over kind of what your goals are. So I'm a huge goal maker myself, and I like to kind of carry that over to my business. So one of the biggest things that you're going to be thinking about when you're purchasing a house or selling a house is kind of where does that set you up for your 1-year plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, and what does that look like in relation to what the property is. So if there's a property that maybe needs some work, that you have some money that you're planning on putting into the property, how does that relate to your 10-year plan? What is your job scenario? Are you in a job that you could potentially get hired off to a new city? What does that look like for resale at that point? So if you purchased a house that may have a unique location, you might want to make sure that if your plan is potentially to be recruited somewhere down the road, as you climb the corporate ladder or whatever your plan is. You might want to make sure that your property has a really good chance of selling when you put it up right away, because that's obviously happens all the time. People are moving all over the country. So we talk about that type of stuff. Really what I'm discussing with people is the what, when, where, why, how of purchasing a house. And same thing with selling. What, where, why, when, how. How are we going to accomplish this stuff? So the what obviously is the criteria: 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, square footage. The where, obviously where the location is. The when, obviously we're looking at 3 months, 6 months. I talk sometimes with people that are 2 years away. Sometimes we kind of get a game plan going early on, or we go over, and then we'll go over the so the what, when, where, the why. That's a huge piece of the puzzle. Why are you doing this? Why now? What is it? What type of relation is it to your plan moving forward? We'll spend a lot of time on that. And then the how. So how are we going to accomplish this? We're going to talk to a mortgage officer. We're going to check off all the stuff that I give you to make sure that you do ahead of listing. So that's from cleaning to projects that you got to finish up, all those things. So we go over all that stuff when we first sit down. In this day and age, we're doing this all virtually. So I do have a virtual Zoom. I usually use Zoom as my virtual platform of choice. And then we'll sit down and kind of go over everything. It's usually about a 45-minute to an hour conversation, and just really hatch everything out. So that's really how I start stuff out. So if you guys have any other questions about that, definitely reach out to me. And I'll keep this kind of series going. Again, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'll be on here just kind of going over how I do business, how I do things. We'll go over a quick market update each of those days just to kind of see what's out there and see what's coming on the market. And then we'll move forward with kind of the next step in the purchasing phase. And then we'll have this in selling phases and commercial phases. So we'll do the whole kind of gamut, and we'll keep this very topic oriented. And I'll make sure I'll be publishing that stuff before we put the actual stuff online. So everybody have a great week. Stay healthy out there. It looks like we're finally turning the corner with the weather. So get all those outdoor projects all set up. And as always, thank you so much for the opportunity, and we will catch you later.